Hello kings and queens, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about depression. I am going to be talking about 5 or 6 points of how you can manage depression, how you can cope with it, and how you can be able to fight depression. These are 5 points which helped me go through that situation when I found myself there. So yeah, before we get into the points, I would like to talk about what depression is. For those of you who don't know about it, I'm sure you've heard about depression, but you don't know exactly what it is and what it's all about. Well, depression is termed as an illness. I don't know if everybody will agree with that, but depression is an illness that negatively affects the way you act, the way you think, the way you interact with other people, and how you feel, most especially how you feel about yourself. Like, it gives you this negative vibe about yourself. You feel like you're not good enough, you're not you're not you're not up to the task, be it at work or school. You just feel like you're nothing, you're rubbish, you don't see any reason why you should exist. And that's why most often when people suffer from depression, they tend to be really suicidal, because they feel like they've got no use on earth, they're not good enough, they just feel like it's not worth it. So this, I will talk about like 5 points which can help you get through this situation, because it did help me when I found myself there. So I'm hoping this can help someone out there. So let's get started with first point. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian, Muslim, it doesn't matter what religion you are or what you believe in, but the first thing is you pray. So pretty much you pray to whatever you believe in. So I personally, I'm a Christian. So what I did is, first thing I wake up in the morning, I go down on my knees, I pray to God, I ask him to give me the strength to go through that day, for him to show me the way forward. Because at that point in time you feel like nothing works out for you, feel like you're not good enough, you lose interest in everything you used to really love doing. You just want to be all to yourself, you don't want to meet people, you don't want to talk to anyone. You become so much more of an introvert, but an introvert who doesn't feel good about themselves. So you just pray for that strength to be able to carry on through that day, and to be able just to keep fighting. And point number 2 is you keep yourself active. If you just sit laying down on the couch, or you stay in bed with your door shut, that gives you room to think a lot. You take that time out to think about negative things. You're like, oh, look at my friends, my age mates, maybe they're having good cars, but I have nothing to show for. Or look at my classmates, they're getting really good grades, but I'm not doing good enough. That, because you have nothing else to do than just lay around, because you're keeping yourself closed, you're not open, you're keeping yourself closed. That gives you enough room to let the negative vibe feed you up. So what you do is keep yourself active, no matter how much you don't feel like doing anything, no matter how much you feel like just laying around and doing nothing. Try to be active. Go around the house, do some house chores, do a little bit of cleaning, maybe writing, anything. Or if you love sports, if you're really sportive, you can go out for a jog, you could go out for a walk, anything. But then just keep yourself active, because when you're active, that gives you, it gives you that fresh mind. You don't have to worry about a lot of things. When your mind is busy with maybe sports or whatever it is you're doing at that point in time, you don't get that time to think about the negative things you've got in there. So yeah, the second point is keep yourself active. Point number 3, Point number three, you have to be social no matter what. When you're depressed, that makes you feel so bad. You don't want to go out there. You feel like you're not good looking enough. Some people will feel like, oh, they are too big, or my arm is too big, I'm too short, I'm too tall, I'm too light skinned, I'm too dark skinned. You look for every negative thing to say about yourself. You're always finding flaws in yourself. You feel like nothing about you is good, nothing about you is right, nothing about you is attractive. At this point, what you have to do is get into the shower, take a cold shower that gives you a really fresh mind. You get dressed. If you're a lady, you love doing makeup, put on some makeup, get dressed, wear something nice. When you've gotten dressed and you're wearing something nice, the next thing that'll come to your mind is, oh, let me step out. Now you see yourself going out there, just going for a walk or something. That makes you feel a lot better. If you don't want to go out, that's totally okay, but then try to communicate with people on phone, text messages. Let your younger ones or your family get close to you, because they will try their best. Trust me, they will try so hard to be there for you, to get close to you, but you keep pushing them away. So at this point, what you have to do is try to be open, try to be sociable. Let them be there for you. Let your friends be there for you. I know it's hard, but no matter how hard it is, just let people be there to support you. When they call you, pick up the phone, talk to them. Sometimes when you talk to people, that makes you feel 10 times better than you were feeling. So you just need to let people be there for you and try your best to be as sociable as you can. Try to socialize. Okay, point number 4, eating healthy. You try to eat as healthy as you can. You don't have to go on a diet and things like that. No, just try to eat healthy stuff that won't make you feel bad, because if you get stuck on junk food, you start feeling like, oh my god, I'm taking in a lot of calories, so obviously I'm gaining some more weight, I'm adding some more flesh. You start thinking about all those things. So try as much as possible to eat healthy, eat a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, and drink a lot of water. Keep yourself hydrated. That is going to be beneficial to you health wise as well, so that you don't have to add some other illness with depression, because depression on its own is really hard to deal with. So you want to be healthy, trust me. So yeah, you try to eat as healthy as you can. A lot of vegetables will do you so much good, and keep yourself hydrated. Drink a lot of water, and yeah, whatever works for you. Water, maybe flavored drinks, but just keep yourself really hydrated and try to eat. Don't starve yourself, because when you're depressed, you feel like you don't want to eat as well. You don't have the appetite to eat. Nothing looks good in your eyes, and nothing tastes good in your mouth. So the final and last point, I think this is the main point that made me realize that I have no reason to be depressed. Like, I have no excuse at all to be depressed. And this final point is, write a grateful journal. Like, get a piece of paper, a book, a notepad, or you get an app. You've got several apps on the app store which has got to do with jotting down stuff. You try to write down things you're grateful about, things you feel positive about. So when I did that, I have a little journal, more like a diary. Yes, you write things you feel grateful about. So with that, I did write down a lot of things, and I was like, so why am I depressed? Why do I feel bad? Why am I putting myself and my family, friends, through all this? What exactly do I want? I've got everything I could ever ask for. I've got everything I could ever need. Even if I haven't got everything I want, that's because it's going to come at the right time. So why let yourself go through all this torture, all the trauma and everything? So writing down a grateful journal is the best thing that could ever happen to you. You tend to see that you just worry too much. You tend to see that you've been focusing on the negative aspects of life, because no matter what happens, everybody out there should have something that bothers them. Everybody out there should have something negative they get to worry about every day. But with you suffering from depression, it's because you have been focusing on the negative part of everything. You haven't taken out the time to focus on the positive side of it all. You haven't taken out the time to focus on the things you're grateful about. A typical example is you wake up in the morning. You have to be grateful for waking up from sleep, because some people went to bed and they didn't wake up in the morning. You have to be positive. You have to be grateful for having food to eat. You have to be grateful for having a shelter. You have to be grateful for having clean clothes to wear. You have to be grateful for drinking water. So if you turn to look at all these things, you see that you really have nothing to worry about. You just need to focus more on the positive facts of life. You need to focus more on the good things you've done, on the good things you're yet to do, because obviously you've got plans. Focus on those things, don't focus on the bad part. If it's about school and stuff, focus on the fact that you've gotten yourself that far. And you have to understand that it's not how fast you go, but what matters, and what really matters, which is important, is how far you go. So if you focus on positive stuff, keep yourself positive and make sure that anything negative around you, you cut it off, you're gonna be just fine. It takes a little time, but you will be just fine. So yeah, that's it. Those are the 5 points, the 5 main points, which I think did really help me get through the stage of depression. And I just thought this could help some people out there, and that's what I decided to share. So next time I'm going to be doing a story time of my whole depression journey, how I managed to fight it, the entire battle, what I went through, what put me into depression, and how I've been doing after that, just to let you guys know a little bit more of the whole situation and how it has been for me. Hopefully my story might inspire someone or some people to be able to get through the next day. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comment section below any other thing you want us to talk about, and we'll get right to it. Thank you guys. See you in my next video.